hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? It's Friday. And the amount of people who do not know a piano remix of It's Friday Mufasa disappoints me. It really does. How do you not know that classic song? So how's everyone doing today? Okay, we'll get the regular background music going. It's Friday. We got a week till Murph. Murph in a week. It's Friday. Go on Google. It's Friday Mufasa. Awesome Friday song. That's how you know it's Friday. So how's everyone doing today? Today, it's Friday. It's a good old-fashioned print and chill. We've got some stuff to do. We've got a little bit of homework. I guess you could call it, is it homework? I don't know. But we got Murph in a week, and this guy is going to Murph. So if you're going to Murph, you will see the Micron. E3D needs something to show off a Revo at their booth, and I've agreed to lend them this guy. So what we need to do, though, is this runs Clipper. For those that don't know what Clipper is, this runs Clipper. Clipper needs Wi-Fi to connect. I don't even have a screen on this. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out, if you were to show off a printer, if you're showing off a printer, what do you show it off with? Okay. So we need to basically find some prints, some demo prints, to preload on here so that we can show it off essentially. So it's got a Revo in it. I think we're going to throw the 0.25 nozzle in there because, you know, small printer, small nozzle. And we're going to get some demo prints kind of figured out, preload some stuff. And then how I think we're going to do it is, unfortunately, you can't really connect to it without a screen. You can't, you know, beep boop doesn't work. So I think what we're going to do is set it up to connect to a, yes, okay, Bamboo Lab. Yes, I know. Shut up. You need Wi-Fi. So what you do is either you bring an old router, which I might end up doing, or you set up the SSID on your printer and your password, and then you create a hotspot with your phone that uses the same information. Your printer connects to your phone, and then you can go into it and like select prints. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm taking the Micron, yes, because I'm driving with somebody else to Murph. That is big. This is small. That is why. Okay. So yeah, that's why. So how is everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? It is Friday. Oh, David's here. Everyone say hi, David. Oh. Old filament. Oh, I don't even know what was loaded in that. So yeah, so while that's doing that, the X1 is printing away. Unfortunately, if you follow me on Twitter, you will see what happened this morning. Where did I put it? So I was printing a lovely little print. It was going quite well. I was super happy with it. And then it lost its head. And it lost its head because the front fell off. And obviously it's not supposed to happen, but the front fell off. So, Jason! Holy shit. LDO Motors Jason 200. Okay, it should. Is it working? No, it's not working. I still got to fix that. Jason, 200, cheers. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you. Happy Friday, 1 week to Murph. Some bucks to support your LDO trip. Thank you. And LDO will raffle one V01 kit on site, maybe more online. You may help to stream the raffle. I will try. I want to stream, but very low skill for YouTube. Sure. We'll figure something out there. I'll be there Friday so we can work that out. Cheers, Jason. So yeah, I guess we're giving away a V2, or no, what do you say? A V0 kit. A V0 kit. Another thing, updates. I don't know why it didn't do that, but I've been playing around with the overlay, Maybe I got to refresh the cache. Main overlay. Ooh. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay, refresh. But that should have read. I'm trying to have some fun here. And it should be, oh, there we go. Okay, did that work? Did that work? Nope, that did not work. Okay, why am I dancing? Okay, we're gonna have to play with that. I'm gonna have to play with that. It's not supposed to do that. Alert box 10. Settings. Member alert, no. Okay. Variation settings, no, just community. There you go, okay. Maybe save, maybe that works now. And thank you for becoming a member. I'm trying to get it, they just added that it finally says something if somebody becomes or buys memberships. So on YouTube, you can purchase memberships for others. Gifted memberships, which is like gifted subs on Twitch. And I haven't alert for it, but I set it up yesterday and apparently it was kind of bored. So maybe it'll work this time. I don't know. It's also supposed to do TTS if you super chat over $5, but apparently that's not working. But anyways, yes, the print yesterday. If you follow me on Twitter, unfortunately the front fell off, and by the front fell off, I mean the front fell off. So this is something I'm running into with the bamboo. And it's not really a problem, but it's something you got to keep aware of. And that is the bamboo poops. It poops filament. And the way it poops the filament is it's very stringy, like blobs like this. And if you don't like, every couple of hours, if you're doing a print with a lot of filament swaps, if you don't kind of go back there and just kind of give the filament poop purge bucket a little shake, it basically builds up in a tower because it stacks very easily because it's all fluffy, and it builds up and eventually it goes up the chute, and then it clogs the chute, and then what happens is the front of the tool head catches on the blob and the front falls off. So yeah, if you were running one of these production, I would personally have this set at the edge of a desk or a bench and just have it feed right out into a bin on the floor or something. I don't have the luxury of having an availability for that because I got the wall behind it, but that's pretty much what I would do. Make sure you have like a big chute behind it if you plan on printing multi-material a lot. But on the bright side, funnily enough, this caused the printer to error out. Obviously, the front fell off. It's not supposed to happen, but it happened. But as soon as I cleared that purge back there, like I just went back there and pulled it out, and I put the front back on, and I pushed the button, resume, and it heated back up and it continued printing. The problem was my XY did shift a bit, unfortunately, and I ended up restarting the print. So that happened. Now, on the bright side, I actually prefer this. I posted this picture on Twitter and some people are like, oh no, that's horrible. Why would it, I wish it didn't fall off. Personally, I would rather this happen. If I am hitting something with my tool head with enough force to pop that front off, and it's just held on with magnets, by the way, it's just held on with magnets. If I'm hitting something hard enough where the front falls off and then the printer just pauses at that point, it goes, oh, front fell off. It just pauses, turns the heater off. Okay, turns the hot end off. And then you can just put it back on and fix it. I'd rather it do that because if the front fell off, something else went wrong. And if I had a print curl up, I'd rather it just kind of pop the front off that I could easily put back on than, break a duct or cause a massive layer shift and I don't know and it just keeps printing. So think of it kind of like a, what's it called? When something's designed to fail first. Fail-safe. It's basically a fail-safe. I'd rather it fail in a way like this that doesn't cause any actual real damage than just keep on printing with a broken, like break the duct off, because it's usually the ducts are the lowest point. So I'd rather it fail this way than catastrophically fail, this duct right here gets all broken. It just keeps, you know, it jams right up, gets stuck on the purge bucket. I don't know. I'd rather it fail in a way that's easy to repair by literally just going boop and pushing a button than fail in a way where it's dead, Jim. So any reason why it uses a purge block? And okay, I did a few prints without a prime tower. It's not a purge tower, it's a prime tower. I did the Tigger here, okay? And I'm still playing around with like how much purge to try and like maximize the speed and minimize waste. But if I don't print with a purge tower, it leaves little itty bitty speckles of random filament everywhere throughout the print, because it doesn't quite clean off the nozzle. I don't know if there's like an ever so slight amount of ooze after it does the nozzle clean and then it goes print or what, but like it leaves little itty bits, because I never saw any of it on the Adelina here. The Adelina came out very clean, but like on the Wubby Ducky here, you could see like on his face there, you could see little specks of black, and especially on the nose there. But on the Adelina, I never had that issue. So I'm back to printing with a prime tower, a small prime tower, granted, and lowering my purge amount. So I'm still purging the same amount, only instead of it all going into the poop chute, a little bit of it is now going in the prime tower, which is leading to a cleaner nozzle, which is leading to a cleaner print. Because even though this failed, like this actually printed, you know, pretty clean. You can tell when things are starting to go bad, but like that looks really clean. So did the stream die? I hope not. Why does the Micron afterburner? Because it's the Micron has a stealth burner, and it's a in development one that's not finished from a while ago. Because when I put this on, this was like revealing the mini stealth burner. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna print. So let's change the nozzle out, because this has a 0.4. I think I'm gonna bring it to Murph with the 0.25. Oh my god, a Micron. Yes, a Micron. So this will be at Murph. And I was gonna panel it up. I might put the side panels on, but I think I'm gonna leave the top and the front off. Just so, cause at Murph, that way people can see it. They can get a better look at it. I don't want to panel it all up, but I think I'm gonna panel the sides up so people don't get their hands in there. I don't know. No panels. So we're gonna put the 0.25 in there. Is that the 0.25? That's the point. Well, this will be at the E3D booth. So I'm letting this to the E3D booth. So the fine folks at E3D will have this, and they'll be babysitting it. So, hey, you might see it on a Joel video. See, party on the... Alan, I don't get notifications when I'm live. Discord goes into streaming mode. So I don't actually... If you ping me on Discord while I'm live, I won't see it. Okay, that's funny. I can't get it to not be massive. I don't know why. 1 second here. There we go. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so we got a 0.25 nozzle. There's that fully installed. Yeah, okay. So that means the 0.4 can finally go back in the switch wire. We're gonna need it to feed it. What color should we bring to Murph? What color? Actually, I'll probably bring a full spool or two. Like, it's Murph. There's gonna be filament there. What did we use? We used green the other day. What haven't I played with yet? What's a good color for, like, if you're showing off a printer? Red? Red? I got bright orange. Honestly, I think orange is a very good color for showing off a printer. Like, sparkle blue, orange. Yeah, you know what? We'll go with orange for now, just to kind of get it set up. Some mystery Jesse PLA. I gotta print a spool. I gotta put the spool holder on this still. But in the meantime, just use the crappy one. Show the filament shelf. Going mobile. There's the filament shelf. Most of the top is PLA. The bottom stuff's all ABS. And since this will be at Murph, unenclosed, out in the open, and you know it'll probably be hot as balls there, we're going to be printing PLA. Because don't want to stink up the place. I know. If E3D, if somebody has something there, we'll play. There might be some other nozzle types being tested there. Who knows? But we'll see. I'm just kind of figuring it out right now. So here's the question. If we're showing off a printer at... If you go to a trade show... Well, not a trade show. Murph isn't really a trade show. It's more a hobbyist show. But when you go to a show and you see a little printer like this, and it's got a small nozzle, and it's got a 0.25 nozzle, what would you like to see it printing? Like, what kind of print do you want to see it printing? The dichromatic. I do have 2 spools of it. I could bring that, but I kind of want to save it because Eiffel Tower. Ooh, we could do the Eiffel Tower. We could do the Eiffel Tower. Let's let me actually load up a slicer first. The Eiffel Tower, yeah, the Eiffel Tower would actually be a really, because then you could see the Z hop. Yeah, Eiffel Tower with over-exaggerated Z-hops. That might be the ticket. That might be something. Let's see here. That might be it. E3D egg test. We could do the E3D egg test as well. Actually, it's going to be at the E3D booth. We might as well do the egg test. Okay, printables. So let's get a few things. Let's get a few things. We'll get one printing. We'll get something printing, and then we'll queue up a few other things. So let's see what we got to work with here. Downloads. Egg. Did I download the E3D egg? Where is... Does E3D have a print? It's on printables, I know that. Most popular? Egg. Egg. Where's egg? Egg. What's it called? It's called something different, isn't it? And no, we're not going to print a benchy. Honestly, benchies are so 2016. Overhang egg. There we go. So there's 2 files. Download. Okay. Okay. So we got the overhang egg. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you're not supposed to really play with the settings. So, and I have printed this egg before. I've got I think actually I might have thrown out the older one. I had to do some room cleaning the other day. So, are you supposed to print this in a certain way, I believe? Print for this challenge. Use whatever nozzle size, layer height, scale you want. However, you aren't allowed to use supports or a brim. Okay. So print settings, whatever, infill. I guess it don't matter really with that first layer height, 0.1 base layer height. We're gonna go with 0.1 for layer height. 205, 55, sure. Cooling, maximum cooling. Okay. Oh, let's see if this works. PF Dennis gifted 5 memberships. Hopefully this works. Nope. Why did that not work? Settings. So that is only supposed to play when somebody buys memberships. So shout out to PF Dennis. Works. No, see, okay, so this is fine. This is fine. But let it finish here. Let it land. Let him land. Okay. So, okay, that's done. So what it's supposed to do, and for some reason Stream Elements isn't doing this. It's supposed to do, 1 second here. Okay. Oop. Okay. Emulate. Okay, so close that box, open that box, alert box 10. Settings. Member alert. And it's supposed to be variation settings, community gifts only. Okay. Okay, save variation. Okay. So what it's supposed to do is this. Nope. Oh wait, I forgot to save it. Save. Try this again. See? It's supposed to do that. And that's kind of in a bad spot. So let's move that to this corner. You get the other corner. There we go. So it's supposed to do that. Okay. So maybe, oop, Stream Elements, where'd you go? So maybe I gotta delete, okay, maybe I gotta play with alert box variation. So member alert, yep. Nope, so that isn't that. I'm gonna have to like redo this whole thing, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like go through the whole thing again. Okay, whatever. I think it's okay now. Whatever. I think that's good enough. So I think that's good. Okay. Uncle Jesse, hello there. How you doing? You missed the discussion about the whole front falling off. Marine Tuck, thank you for coming a member. On a break recording a resin video. Nice. I haven't played around with resin for a while. Okay, so we got that. So I got to turn the... Okay, actually, that's a prime line. Oh. Yeah, see? It's broken. It's broken. It's not supposed to do that when you become a member. because I have it set for that. What the heck is going on here? Community gifts, settings. So it's only doing it for that, but it does it when the other one pops up too. Whatever. I don't know. I'll turn it off for now. I'll play around with it later. Cancel. There you go. Whatever. Turn it off for now. Sorry about that. Makersore, thank you for becoming a member. And Cool Breeze, thank you for becoming a member. Going to attempt another multicolor print this evening. I'm doing the same print again. What it basically is, Jesse, you have to run the printer on a shelf where it could just poop onto the floor or into a bucket. Because what happened was the little box that I had in the back filled up. Because this stuff, this filament, it stacks really easily. It's not like it, you know, spreads out. So what happened was it built up, and then eventually it worked its way up the chute, which clogged up, which created a giant blob of death, which caught the front. So what I've been doing, or what I'm going to start doing, is just come down every now and then and just kind of shake the box and let the filament spread out so it doesn't build up anymore. Hopefully that fixes it. Print a toilet. It's a possibility. Okay, so there we go. That's our E3D little overhang test. I don't think you need infill with it, but whatever. Okay, so let's see here. Printers, Nora, connect to Nora. We are connected. G-code file. So I got to delete everything off here. Delete. I don't know if there's a way to delete everything. Is there a way to delete everything off this? I don't know. Is there delete all? Nope, I can't select all. Oh, whatever. Almost there. So again, the reason I'm deleting everything, we're trying to set it up so that it's like just demo prints on it, because this is going to Murph, and we need a few prints that are easily selected that just print. So that way, whoever's running this at Murph can just select file, print. So, from terminal, blah. Terminal, shop Vac Hose. I'd actually be careful of a shop Vac Hose. I'd be careful of a shop Vac Hose, because it could get jammed in there. You would want something big and smooth, so it would just go whoop. Like honestly, if this was running on the bench and like I didn't have this other bench behind it and could just poop onto the floor, it'd be great. So I could see if somebody was trying to run production on a bunch of these, where they were doing multi-material or multi-spool prints, it would make sense. Somebody was saying a conveyor belt in the back, just a slow conveyor belt, just to like collect it all and dump it into one spot. That might make sense. Oh, remember to select 0.25 nozzle. That is correct. We got to fix that. So print settings. Extruder 1, 0.25. Okay, there we go. 0.2 nozzle. There we go. Shop vac on a timer. That could possibility. An auger. You can have a trench with an auger in it. You can auger. Ooh, that just stuttered for a bit. Every time, like every now and then I'm like, wait a minute, is it still printing? Did it like pause? And then it's like, oh wait, no, it's just taking a moment. Who just finished their build? NS Boost, congrats. Okay, upload. Do you have any benchies printed without hull lines? What do you mean without hull lines? Like without the knit line where you start and stop the layer? Is that... I don't know. I've got... Here! I've got a benchy with no walls. There you go. If there's no walls, there's no hull lines, right? So that helps. What do you mean by hull line? Like, are you talking about the start-stop layer? Like the deformation at the front? Like, oh, for the bow? Probably. That's a speed benchy, so that don't count. I don't know. I don't really keep my benchies. They all kind of end up in the bin pretty quickly. I think this is the Prusa one. I don't know. We'll put a benchy on here too. Okay, so we'll heat this one up. We'll start printing that. Horizontal line at mid-hull. Okay, so here's the problem with the horizontal line at mid-hull. That is a slicer setting. It depends where you tell your slicer to put that start-stop position. So if you have it set for rear of the printer and you have your benching a different orientation, that line will be different spots. Or you can have it random, you can have it at a corner. That is a slicer setting thing. Where the knit line is. Okay, so you're talking about, zoom in, rotate, pivot. Okay, so you're talking about this line right here on the front. And are you talking about that like, oh, are you talking about like this line right here? That like, I don't know if you can see it. The little like, it's like right about here, that whole line. Is that the line you're talking about? Focus on me. This one? Or are you talking about the bow? Okay, so where is that? Oh, that's easy. That's where the speeds change. Yeah, that's where the speeds change. Because up until that layer, you're cranking the walls out at fast and the plastic's hotter. And then that's where you start doing the bottom layer, so it starts slowing down. Yeah, it's a speed change. That's why. Yeah, the deck meets, yeah, it's a speed change. You can see it on other prints. You can see effects like that on other prints. I just did one. Where did I put it? I think this guy. Yeah, this one here. You can see it. It's a speed change on the Wubby Ducky here. Focus. You can see how it gets shinier for this little band here, and then it stops once again once it gets up to the muffs because it's doing a really fast outer wall. And it's just laying down that plastic quick. It's heating it up. I think it's a heat thing. It's printing, or is it shinier? It's hotter. Is it hotter? But yeah, it's a speed thing. It's when the layers are consistent. It's when you're printing at a consistent extrusion rate and speed, and then that changes. So you're extruding more or extruding less rapidly, and it affects that. So minimum layer times and whatnot can affect that too. But yeah, it has to do with the rate of extrusion of the filament, I believe, is what causes that. Shrinks more. It could still be temperature, because plastic will shrink different amounts based on how hot it is coming out of the nozzle and how quickly it's cooled. So if you're printing nice and slow on your perimeter, or very consistent on your perimeter, everything will be the same. But if you suddenly start printing that perimeter faster, so the plastic that's coming out of the nozzle is like, or you start printing slower, so the plastic coming out is hot. I can't remember. It depends how long it's been in the actual heat zone of the nozzle. But I know that was a huge issue in injection molding. If like plastic sat in the barrel too long, you would shoot a part, you'd have to throw that part out because the plastic degrades if it's in the barrel for like more than a couple minutes. I don't know what the actual temperature, cook temp, whatnot for this kind of filament is, but that's like ABS in a injection mold. Have you seen the variable? I haven't played with variable layer heights much, if at all, really. It doesn't matter what the perimeter speed is my layer test, and it always appears, only it goes away when you physically remove the top layers. And it's towards the front where there is infill too. Maybe it's that when you play that first layer down, that first layer of a top layer, when it contracts, it pulls everything in. I know. I'm not a fluid dynamics expert. This would probably be something you could model in a sim, but that is my pay grade. That is off camera. What do you recommend to upgrade on a stock Ender 3 V2 bed? Mine heats up pretty slowly, 200C. Not really. How much time are you saving upgrading the bed so you get a faster print up or heat up time on a multi-hour print? Like, are you talking about saving 5 or 10 minutes on a 20-hour print? Is that worth spending however much for a new bed? Yeah. What you can do is you can insulate it. I think. Where's the stuff at? Where's the stuff at? I know I have some. Yeah, this stuff. Can't you put this stuff underneath the Ender beds? That like stick-on insulating stuff. Put some of that under the Ender 3 beds. I think that'll help it heat up better. I don't know if you can on the Ender beds. Prusa has a whole article about the benchy line. Okay, there you go. Let me see if I can find it. Prusa benchy hull line. Well, it auto-filled, so... Okay. Yeah, okay, so it is a common thing. It's visible on all FFF printers on the market. Cheaper, expensive slicing. It's visible in printing with any material. Yeah, it's always been around. Oh, they have some G code that fixes it. So is it a hardware problem? So it's probably not a hardware problem. So the culprit: transition from sparse infill to full top layer around 8 millimeters up. At this point, there's an abrupt difference in the time the layer takes to print. And a few years later, another sudden change happens and the deck is finished and is no longer solid. So the factors that influence the severity of the hull print line: filament, material thermal expansion coefficient, print cooling, print environment, other printing boxes. That's a nice write-up. Yeah, fluid dynamics are fun. There's the article if anyone wants to read it. And then also, if you're clicking stuff on the page, make sure you enter for the draw to win some Polymaker filament. Link in the description. Yeah, you can't post links. Have I heard about E3D acquiring Zodiac? I read that. I got the email about it last night. I got the press release. I read that. The holes in ABS shrink or widen, they would shrink. So if you're designing something, I think for like a 3 millimeter hole in a Voron part, we spec 3.4 millimeters. I think 3.4 or 3.2, I can't remember. Check the CAD. Honestly, if I need to know how big a hole I need for a certain size screw, I load up the Voron V2 CAD and I see how big of a hole we made for that screw hole, and that's what I use. That's usually kind of my go-to. I am on the Polymaker Discord. Zombie Hedgehog, I'm on many Discords, including a admin on a 30,000 plus 4-on-1. Plus I have my own now. So I'll try and drop in, but I see. Why are you broken? There we go. But Justin, thank you for becoming a member. I gotta play around with that. Figure out why it's not working right. But in the meantime, apparently the like button is broken. The math ain't right, so apparently the like button is broken. So if everyone can just double check and make sure, like, if you like the smash button, make sure it's just working. Planning on continue. I don't know. I started growing the beard at the beginning of this year just because. And it's still here, so sure, why not? I'm gonna go get it all trimmed up though, I think. I broke chat with the overlay. 1 second here. Main overlay. Ah, why is that so? Oh, because it's on the other screen. Refresh cache. There we go. Should bring ABS to Murph. I'm sure we could get some there. Which one? Oh, so if you guys are wondering, this is from the Vox Lab Ares. This is how the Dragon turned out. Wasn't perfect. There are a few issues with it, but entry tier printer, that's kind of what I expect. And then I also printed a little octopus by Chelsea. So it's 75% scale to fit on the bed. But then I also printed this one from Chelsea on the bamboo. So this is an Ursula. And this was a 4-hour and 23-minute print. Full size. In PLA. There we go. Did you end up tuning the speeds? Actually, I have no idea what the speeds are. Print settings. What are our speeds and feeds? Okay, so it's not super fast. It's like a 3-hour print. I don't want to be ripping around with this printer. I want it to actually like, I don't know what kind of desk it'll be on and whatnot at Murph. I think just like a speed like this is okay. How many hours of print time do you think I've done with the bamboo? The thing is, the multi-material prints take time. So like, this was like an 8-hour print. This was like 19 hours, I think. The Tigger was like another 15-hour print. I probably got about maybe 50 hours on it already. I might do a video on it soon, but not a review. Just kind of touching on the features of it. And a lot of people, I've gotten a ton of, I guess you would say the question is, how will open source catch up to this type questions about this printer? And I think I'm going to do like a video on it. I know I haven't been doing a lot of videos lately. But just kind of like my thoughts on like, how does this kind of printer, as somebody who's from the open source background, you know, on the Voron team, I like my open source, but what are my thoughts on a printer like this? That is, other than the slicer, which is still, they got to release the code, but they haven't yet. They said they'll do it when they release the printer, but the hardware is closed source. All the hardware on here is closed source. So what are my thoughts on it? Beard Oil Fun, EJ5, cheers. I do need to get some more though. And that's supposed to be TTS. Oh, it is. It did speak. It's just very quiet. I don't know. Did it speak fully loud for you guys, or was it quiet? Do I have a PO box? I do. Somebody sent me coffee. I can't remember who it was. Cactaco, something. Barely heard it. Okay, so it's very quiet. Okay. Okay. It's barely quiet because I have the desktop audio turned down because of the music. Because I have the music on a different input. Okay, 1 second here. Let me advance. Can I add audio input capture? Create new audio. Browser. Okay. Oop. Oop. Where'd my audio go? Hello? Did my AirPods die? No. Can you guys hear the music? Yep. Oh, oh. What the heck happened here? I just lost my music. Some people are saying the music's gone. Some people are saying the music's still there. What the heck happened here? Remove. Okay, now I can hear the music. Okay, I'm gonna start playing with stuff on stream. There we go. I'm gonna stop playing with settings on stream. Just stop playing with stuff. If it ain't broke, don't mess with it. Cactado. Okay, I got some Cactado coffee showed up this morning. I gotta make some. Make some tonight, I think. Print fail. Ah! No! Okay. You can fix it. You can fix it. You can fix it. It's okay. We don't have mistakes. We just have happy little accidents. By happy little accidents, I mean complete and utter print failure. But that's okay. That's okay. I will say this model is a kind of a bitch to print. Oh, it just popped off the bed. I gotta wash this, that's why. Yep, try again. Reprint. Crane 20, cheers. It's a cross between cactus and potato. Cactato. Cactato. Okay, that makes sense. So we'll try printing it again. No biggie. But yeah, it showed up today. So just be aware, if you do want to send anything to me, to the P.O. Box, it does work. I had the buddy who sent the RPI, it showed up. It's upstairs, and the coffee showed up. So yes, it does work. Again, if you do want to send me anything, exclamation mark, P.O. Box in chat, it'll pop up. Don't do it as a courier service because it's through my local P.O. Box. If it goes well, maybe in the future I'll get like a UPS P.O. Box so you can ship stuff via UPS and FedEx and whatnot. The difference is my local P.O. Box is like 5 minutes that way. The UPS is like 20 minutes into town, and I don't go that way. I have to like literally go out of my way to do it, so. I don't know. I'm just testing it out. It was given to me to, here, have some fun, try it out. Don't tell anyone what it is. I'm like, okay. I don't know anything beyond that. More info and party in the back. What do you mean more info and party in the back? I don't see anything. I'm getting all the notifications. I'm trying to keep track of everything. Remember, you can't, if you DM me during stream, I don't see it. What is the material on the bottom? Are you talking about this? It's an ACM panel. Same with the back. This black back plate here is an ACM panel. Silver. Or aluminum. Aluminum. You guys can watch it do the whole, completely pointless on a machine this size, quad gantry level with a stowable bed probe. Okay, so while it's doing that, let's find, what's another print? The Eiffel Tower, right? That's the other one that people were suggesting. Is it EL? E-F-F-I-E-L? How do you spell Eiffel? How do you spell Eiffel? E-I-F-F-E-L. E-I-F-F-E-L. Okay. It's popular. So Eiffel Tower. Download. So this one's for like... Okay, so 120. What do we have? I think we machine limits. What's our max at? 120. So we gotta. Let's bump it down to 110 just to be safe. Okay, and we're gonna print this with a bram because we're allowed to. Let that do its thing. Every time this thing does its filament change, it gets very quiet. I'm like, is it print? Okay, yeah, it is printing. Retract parade. Yep. This is where Z hop comes in handy. Having Z hop when you're doing something with all these jumps, because if you try to print this without Z hop enable, you're gonna have a bad time. So you enable Z hop and it just hops all over. Because anytime you have anything that might curl a little bit, you're gonna have a bad time. So. This is a 3-hour print. That's actually pretty quick. You sent me and I don't think I'm in the Murph Discord. Where did you send me something? Check the STL I sent to the Murph Discord. I'm not on the Murph Discord. Is there a Murph Discord? I didn't know there was a Murph Discord. Unless you're talking about the Murph channel on the Voron Discord, for those that are going. Nope. Oh, in there. Okay. Final Eiffel Tower. What's that one for? What's the difference between that Eiffel Tower and this Eiffel Tower? Oh, it says Murph on it. Ah, Deva. So it's basically an Eiffel Tower, but it says Murph. So, question. Hey? Is that some unsupported perimeters? In this household, we obey the laws of gravity here. Disappointed. Setting, where is, okay, so that's printing away. Where's print thin walls? Thin walls. Search. Thin walls. There it is. Yep, okay, so. Okay, so it's gonna print thin walls. Okay. Slice. But I accidentally pulled out my blower fan cables from the fan. Is it easy to solder them? You might want to buy a new fan. You might be able to fix it, but if you slice in Cura, you can turn on make overhangs printable. Oh, that's cool. I've never actually, I don't use Cura a lot on my Vorons. I run Super Slicer on my Vorons usually. Cura I use for my commercial machines usually. Any reason I keep the auto slice off? Because it's annoying every time I make a change and it tries to slice. Because it takes a minute in Super Slicer to slice stuff. So every time it tries to do that, I find it annoying, so I just turn off auto slice and I'm like, okay, I've done playing with my settings, slice. That's usually how I do it. Okay. That don't look right. Oh, it's this. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. Let's try this one. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Okay, that looks a little bit easier. Okay, slice. Yeah, if you have a big model like 200, yeah, as somebody said there, Caleb, if you have like a 200 megabyte model, you don't want it auto slicing every time you adjust something. Basically, go through all your settings, get everything set up. Okay, I think this is good. Slice. Set line width. Yeah, it's 0.25. Or the nozzle width is 0.25. And we got 3 perimeters. It should be okay. How do you find anything on Discord? Search. Or check the pins first. If it's important, it's usually pinned. So yeah, so next week, so tomorrow's stream, by the way, so a little housekeeping. Tomorrow's stream will be, we're going back to the Nada Prusa Mini. I got the new bed for it that has the holes tapped correctly. And then we'll play around with the extruder and hopefully get that working. So that'll be tomorrow's stream, is getting that up and running. The stream on Tuesday is going to be kind of just another print and chill, but I'll be getting everything ready for Murph because I got a bunch of new toys. Got a new mount and battery for the GoPro that doesn't want to charge. Another GoPro problem. Great. Sit there charging, and it plugged in. It's flashing that it's charging, and then I unplug it. Oh, I didn't charge. GoPro, what the heck's going on with you? And then, hey, look, audio devices. So hopefully it won't be like Rapid where the audio is all crap. Try a different cable. Maybe it's the USB cable. How many cables do I have? I know, John's helped me quite a bit. Unfortunately, I ended up finding the GoPro app just doesn't work with my phone. Straight up, Google Pixel 6, yeah, not supported. I tried to do for a few different phones, yeah, it still don't work. I don't know. Prepping space for the first Voron. Where do I customize the bomb for a trident? The Voron Design website. So you go here, you go printers, Voron Trident, configurator. So you probably want direct feed. Blind joints are the easiest, and all the kits come with blind joints. How big do you want it? 250, 300, or 350, or custom size. These sizes are for your XY. Default height for a Trident is 250 on the Z. So if you want a 300 spec, there you go. If you want custom, just put in a custom height, and then you hit show, and it shows you everything you need. Or you can just buy a kit. How am I liking the Pixel 6 is fine. I'm having no issues with it. I've been using Google phones the whole time, so like or Android phones. So I before this I had an S10, and I upgraded the S10 to the Pixel 6, and I don't know. Camera's pretty good, so I can't really complain. So, LDO's got kits. I don't know if the Trident kits are commercially available yet, but they do have Trident kits. So. Does Jason give me any hints? He does not. I know when you know. I know less about the Trident kits than even the other kits because I was offered a Trident kit. I passed on it because I literally just built a Trident on our channel at the beginning of the year here. I'm not going to build another Trident on the channel. I'm not going to accept a kit that I'm not going to build, right? I'm not going to just take another Trident. So I passed on it. What am I printing? We're doing an egg test. We're going to preload this machine with a few different like demo prints that can print at MRF because this machine is going to MRF. So that is what we're doing. See, this one will print. There we go. Yeah, that'll print just fine. And in 3.5 hours export. So we'll load that up on the printer. So I'm going to print all these models right now, well, over the next day or two. And then that way, when it goes to MRF, we already have demos of them. Make sure I put a Nero 3. Do I have any Nero 3? I'm bad. I have like one of my own stickers. I've got a DFH sticker. I got to put a DFH sticker on it. Do I put the... See, this one I like. By the way, if you want like some really cool stickers, the DFH store has them. Do I put the classic cop DFH, or do I put the rabbit DFH? I'm thinking we put the classic cop and we put it right there. I'm thinking. And then I got to find a Nero 3D sticker. I know I have a Nero 3D sticker somewhere. I have to have one of my own damn stickers somewhere. Yeah. Sparta 3D, LDO. Why do I got so many LDOs? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, good. I got one of my own. Here, 3. Okay. The rabbit. The rabbit one? You guys want the rabbit one instead? Okay, I guess we'll put the rabbit one on. And then I do have one of mine, so I'll put my sticker on here because, you know, you got to get that brand recognition. ShopOnlyBenchies.com. Actually, which one? Does Only Benchies go to that one? No, okay. Only Benchies goes to... There. Is that one? And that one's not. Oh, okay. So it's Nero3D.xyz. That goes to the Only Benchies store. Don't ask me why. I gotta fix that. Or you type exclamation merch in chat. Because if you want some stickers, it's on my merch store. Do I have any Only Benchies? I had one Only Benchies sticker and I put it on here. I don't think I have any more Only Benchies. Oh, wait, I do have another Only Benchies sticker. Do I put the Only Benchies or do I put Nero 3D? I think I'm going to put Nero 3D on here. I think. Do you want Nero 3D or Only Benchies on here? Because how much... Oh, you know what? We could do that. Yeah, here. I'll do a poll. Stickers on Micron. Okay, do you want Nero? Well, I love the engagement. We're going to do a poll. Make it official. I don't have any crimping ain't easy stickers. I don't know if I made crimping ain't easy stickers. Hey, it's still sticking to the bed, so that's good. Who has the micro? I don't know. It's some wrapper of some sort. This is a modified photo. This is not an original photo. It's in Photoshop. I'm not putting both because I want to put a DFH sticker on here because it is a DFH kit. So I do want to, you know, he was nice enough to send me this kit. I do want to put a little bit of, you know, brand recognition on it. Nero 3D. Okay, Nero 3D it is. Okay. Here comes the part where I try to put a sticker on a printer without ruining the print. Well, I guess you're living there. Ooh, and then also, it's got a Revo, and it's going in the E3D booth, so we need a Revo sticker. Who makes the Wubby model on the Trident? Which, I don't know. Somebody posted it on a the subreddit. So I'm going to put an E3D sticker on it. I'm going to put it right here in the front. There we go. E3D right in the front. Ugh. So it's got a little E3D sticker right here in the front. And then we'll put the DFH sticker. Put the bunny one. I honestly love the colors. I love how this printer turned out color wise. Like, I'm so happy with how it came out. Has the Voron team ever considered a cycloidal? No? Yeah, the stickers make it print faster. Okay, so we're going with the, we're going to be using the bunny ear DFH sticker. If I can peel it. Ooh, the DFH sticker is a thick sticker. Okay. Okay, I guess it's going there. There we go. Okay. There you go. A little bit of free advertising. Does RGB have the same effect on flow rate? No. Okay, so for those that don't know, I run white RGB, okay? So I run the RGBW. So if you want a balanced printer in terms of like flow and heat and whatnot, you run white. But if you want your printer to print faster, you run red. If you want your printer to run cooler, like better part cooling, because you print PLA a lot, you want blue lighting. And then if you want your printer to be more eco, you do take a hit to speed and cooling, but it uses less power, you use green LEDs. But if you want like the average, just use white LED. Because white has all the colors of the rainbow. LL Cool J. Okay, that's who it is. No, I don't listen to hip-hop. Francois, 2, cheers. Any idea if the Tridex will ever be released? Maybe. One day. It's Eddie's like pet project. It's not an official thing, so maybe one day it'll be out. Who knows? LED color to strip down the side. That'd be cool. Any idea when the mini stealth burner will come out? One day. Okay, what else are we gonna put on here? We need a benchy. Every test print needs a benchy, so let's load up a benchy. 3D benchy. But we are gonna scale this benchy up a little bit. So rotate. We're gonna scale it to 200. Center it. And then also, we are going to speed this one up. This is going to be a speed print. Speed. But not like... Here's the thing. I want the printer to be 100% reliable. So we're not going to be running speed benches. We're going to be running a fast bench. Oop, Matt Shammy, 5, cheers. Greetings from the DFH crew. Hello there. So while I want it to run fast, I don't want it to run like ragged to the point where it's, you know, not printing well. Plus, you know, it is a Revo, so it's on a high flow hot end anyways. Ooh, I forgot to adjust flow. Did I? Yeah, I forgot flow. So we're way over extruded right now. We gotta fix that. Matt Shammy, 5 gifted memberships. Cheers! I wish I had that working. I'm gonna have to go back and adjust the other ones too. Shoot! Okay, sport speed, bridge speed. Okay, there we go. Clicks. Why does flour sooner to flow? Because English is hard. Old Super Slicer? Is this old? When was Super Slicer last updated? I'll be honest. I'm really bad when it comes to updates. Usually if it ain't broke, I don't mess with it. So I don't really follow the newest update. It has a 0.25 nozzle. We're actually over extruding quite a bit because I have it set for like 0.4. So we're fixing that. Latest version of Super Slicer was released in April. Okay, so maybe this is an older... I know, I'm running 2.3.57. So, Does a 2.5? Like the smaller your nozzle, the better your resolution will be. That will always be the case. So if you're running, you know, the smaller nozzle will always give you better resolution. That's just how it be, yo. That's just how it be. Have I tried out a Rapido? I do have a Rapido. I have a Rapido in Tallboy, I believe. Haven't used it in a while, but yeah, it works fine. Honestly, only go with like really high flow nozzles, or when it comes to the high flow hot ends, personally, I'm of the opinion don't really get one unless you plan on printing stupidly fast all the time. If you plan on running with a 0.4 nozzle at 0.2 layer height all day, every day at under 150 millimeters a second print speed, you don't need those super high flow hot ends. They're overkill at that point. Need a 32-bit controller. Does it come from Shenzhen? Duet? Other than that, no idea. Why does it not need to come from Shenzhen? Looks rough. You haven't seen this print before, have you? Do I still have it? No, I threw it out. This is a torture test print. This uses like really small strands. Like if this is the Eiffel Tower, these are small. This is a 120 millimeter bed. So this is a small print. Like, itty bitty. It's the angle, honestly, makes it look worse. Like, yeah, this is a torture test print. This is actually like a really hard to print. And we do have that little, I don't know what that is. That little stringy bit in the front there. Oh well. Cycloidal extruders. They're patented, if I'm not mistaken. Or are you talking about, or what am I doing? What am I doing? Cycloidal. I'm thinking of the spinning one. No. These ones. Yeah, they're just more complicated. What? If taking a normal NEMA 17, putting a gear on it and putting a feed gear on it works, this is much more complicated for doing the same thing. Like, let's be honest, most people are printing with Ender 3s and other similar cheap printers. If you can get by with the stock Ender 3 extruder for a lot of users, this is kind of overkill. I know, you know, Prusa was playing around with it with the XL. That may change, but yeah. Oh, it's cycloidal for now. But if people aren't using it and it's not common, but it's been around for a while, which cycloidal has been around for a while. When do I have any dates on here? Dates. Do I have a date? Any dates? Date. 2016. So if knowledge of cycloidal gears have been around for 6 years now, from the original RepRap article, and there's still no commercial printers using it, usually there's a reason. Now, it could be cost, it could be complexity, it could just be there's no benefit. You don't know. But if it's been around for a while and nobody's bothering with it, maybe people have bothered with it and it's just not worth it. If a company can make something that would sell and make them money, they would make it and sell it and make money. So. Or it's not actually very good. Is there a Voron announcement at Murph? Maybe. I don't know. You'll have to see. I'm not in charge of like when stuff gets announced or released or anything like that. Like, to be honest, I like, other than just being a guy on the Discord on the admin team, I've actually not done a lot of Voron stuff lately because I've been doing a lot of focusing on my channel. So, is the Clockwork 2 designed with TPU? It's designed to have a better feed path to handle TPU better, yes. It's not that the Clockwork 2 was designed with TPU, like for TPU. It was designed to have a better feed path to be better with TPU. So. What are we printing? We're printing an E3D test. It's this. It is a nightmare of an overhang test. But basically, for those that don't know, who are just tuning in, hi, welcome to the show. If you haven't entered for the description to win some Polymaker filament, link in the description. We do a draw at the end of every stream. Somebody wins a free spool of filament. Everyone likes printer feud. Enter now. But I'm going to Murph in a week. I will be there for all 3 days. E3D needs a printer to show off the Revo. I'm bringing them this printer. It is going to sit on the E3D booth. So we're going to get some prints loaded on here, and we're going to test to make sure the prints actually print, because nothing's worse than showing off a printer with prints that don't print. So this is going to be one of the prints that will be preloaded on this machine so they can print with it. So. Has there been newer beta parts for the Clockwork 2? Oh yeah, the whole toolhead's been completely redesigned, but it's not public yet. It'll be public when it's released. The final beta is outdated. That was the end of the open beta. And then things have been tweaked, and then they'll be released when they're done. Micron has no display because I built it without a display. You can put a display on it. There's a skirt you can print that you can put a display on it. It uses the same mini display like the V0. I just didn't bother because I don't print with the display. I run my printers headless, so I don't really use displays. What I'll probably have at Murph is I'll just have my own old phone there, just with like let me pull it up here. Do I have Chrome on here? Man, I love like bone fresh installs of. Okay, what's the IP address of this? I'm Electro, gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers. So yeah, so what I'll probably do is have this. I might print a little stand to hold it and just have it sitting next to the printer. Because I'm going to basically turn the phone into a mobile hotspot, have the printer connect to the phone, and then have it buttoned so that you can connect, and then that way you can load prints and whatnot. Is my theory correct that you did public beta and then sold the testing design to Stratasys or Prusa to pay the IP lawyers? I'm not that important in the team. I don't have information that may or may not be related to that. Potentially, may not. What's your take on 3D printed guns? Yeah, go for it. If you're in a country that allows you to manufacture your own firearms for personal use, go for it. I don't care. I live in Canada, so I can't. Well, technically I can. I just have to register it as if I manufactured it myself, which I technically would have to. And I believe in Canada you need a license to do so. So I have to get a license that would allow me to manufacture firearms, and then I could manufacture a firearm using a 3D printer, and then I would have to register it within 30 days with the government. However, in countries like the United States, you are allowed to manufacture legal firearms. You can't do full autos, you can't do short barrel, but you are allowed to manufacture firearms for personal use, as long as you do not sell them. There's nothing that's stopping you, I believe, at least federal level. I believe state level it's different in different states, but you know, if you want to build print a Glock frame on your Prusa, you can do it. It's legal in the States. Go for it. I don't care. I spent years shooting IPSC and USPSA, and I spent 6 years in the Canadian Forces. I love my pew pew. If I lived in the States, I would be doing a little bit more pew pew content on this channel, but alas, I'm a Canuck. Wayne, 5 gifted community members. English memberships. Cheers. Gotta get some of that Polymaker CF nylon. I know. It'd be great. Oh, wait. Hey, look at that. Polymaker CF nylon. This is going in here to print some parts for a burr machine at some point. There's a few people I follow on Twitter, Print Shoot Replete, 3D Print General, I think is the other one. They do a bunch of the 3DP pew pew stuff, and go for it. Luke, 5 gifted community memberships. Cheers. So, the plan is I'm gonna sit down on my butt this weekend. I'm gonna get the Discord hashed out. So for those that don't know, currently there is a Nero 3D Discord. I don't know if we're gonna keep calling it that, I think. But there is a Discord for this channel. Currently, it is members only. So if you are a member of the channel or a Patreon supporter, there's a link in the community page. You can click that, you can go to it. It's not public yet. It will be public. I'm aiming to have it public before Murph. But at the moment, it is only members, just because I got to set everything up still. Yeah, it's that hopping. The Only Benchies Discord. Ooh, I might rename it to that. Can I rename it? Can you rename a Discord? Can you rename a Discord server? Apparently you can. Okay, so it's going to be the Only Benchies Discord at some point. Okay. One second here. Ba-ba-ba-da. Do I have that on the network? I believe I have it on the network. No. Okay. Save changes. There we go. Okay. Okay, I gotta get a new, if anyone on the Discord wants to do an Only Benchies Discord appropriate thumbnail, go for it. But it's now the Only Benchies Discord. That makes a lot more sense. I have no idea why I went with Nero 3D, but I guess that's why we're setting it up still. But yeah, that will hopefully be public before Murph. Now, it is not meant to be a Voron Discord. It is not meant to be a Prusa Discord. It is a community Discord for the channel. So there is a additive manufacturing channel, a subtractive manufacturing channel, but it's not supposed to be, oh, hey, I'm having problems with my Voron. It's not a tech support channel. If you have a problem with a Voron, go to the Voron Discord. If you have a problem with your Prusa, go to the Prusa Discord or whatever. Like, it's meant to be a community channel. You can chat, obviously, about all that stuff, but it's meant to be more a community channel than a help and whatever channel. So you can discuss all that stuff, yeah, but it's not meant to be like a help channel. Although if you want to discuss stuff that came up on a video, that makes sense. but it's not meant to be, I don't want it to be a massive, like, it's not the 3D printing Discord. It's the only Benchies Discord. It's community Discord. There will be contests. We will do, I'm going to try and make Fridays, like maybe the first or the last Friday of the month, like a contest thing where we do like a community challenges. I'll give away only Benchies hats and stuff like that. I kind of want to do more community stuff and have more fun on the channel. So that's something that I'm trying to look into right now. So when channel rebrand to only Benchies channel? I think the channel is going to stay Nero 3D. Although I use my name more on channel. Hi, I'm Taylor. For those that don't know my actual name, it's Taylor. I know I never say it, but that's my name. It's weird. If you see me at Murph, please call me Taylor. Don't call me Nero 3D. I find it really weird when people call me that. It's just weird. I don't know. If you have a problem with your ender, you're sentenced to level bed and adjust E steps indefinitely. Ooh. It's the muggle name. Taylor made Benchies. I'm pretty sure I'll get sued for that. I'm still Uber on the Voron Discord because it makes it harder for people to DM me and find me. That's why. Because they search Nero 3D and it doesn't come up. Exactly, and only Benchies. The reason the channel was originally Nero 3DP, I don't want to be just a 3D printing channel. I do want to branch out into other stuff once I actually have room, because there's no way in hell I'm going to fit a bridge board in this room. So that's why I went Nero 3D. It's more open-ended. Hey, it allows me to play Minecraft on the channel if I wanted to. Not that I will. I got a PA09 based on yours and ModBot's recommendation, and holy crap, crimping is so much easier. It is. Crimping ain't easy, but the PA09 makes it a little bit easier. Gaming stream when? We might. Oh, depends. At some point, I'm going to be lacking content, and then we'll do a we'll do it Among Us stream or something. I don't know. Don't diss my. Hey man, I wish I could still play Minecraft. Unfortunately, I bought Minecraft back in 0.11 beta, I believe, or 0.12 beta. It was whatever the first patch after creepers were added to the game or whatever. And Microsoft thinks my account doesn't exist, and I'm not going to give them more money for Minecraft, so I'm not rebuying Minecraft. Screw 'em. I bought it when it was new. Steve! Hey, Steve. Everyone say hi, Steve. Have you tried the Clicky Probe and BL Touch in heated enclosure? I haven't. Clicky Probe works fine. BL Touch, I used one for a week 5 years ago and then ripped it out of my machine, and I haven't used one since. Are you going to make an MMU how to set up a slicer to properly setting it up? 3D printer, if you're talking about the Enraged Rabbit carrot feeder, look at the manual. The manual has a whole section on how to set up a super slicer, or I think it used super slicer, for the Enraged Rabbit carrot feeder. As for like this machine, this it's built in, it does it automatically. You just have to add the printer, or add how many colors you want to use. Yeah, Steve's got some road tripping to do over the next week. But yeah, for those wondering, there will be a Voron booth there. There will not be a Nero 3D booth. There will be a Voron booth there. I think we have over 10 people from the team going, so. And then don't forget, we do have the draw. I don't know how long we're going to stream today. I have to go pick up the kid at daycare at some point, so. How does one find the Discord server? Well, currently, Benny, it is only open to channel members, because it's not, I've soft launched it, so for now it's just channel members. But if you are a channel member, if you go to the community page on Discord, you'll see a link to it. So. Can't see it. Zen, it could be nothing, it could be everything. I have no idea what's going to be announced. Yeah, I'm hopefully gonna have the Discord public next week, but at that point I also have to set up how to give members and Patreon subscribers. We're gonna have a separate channel for them because I got to do something. The link in the community page. The link in the community page. So if you go to my channel, community. Scroll down, no stream tonight. I got a PO box. Yeah, it's the third post. There's early short vid, my post about no stream tonight, and then 3 weeks ago, I've got a PO box and a Discord. And then there's a link in there. I'm not going to show it on stream. Did you get to the PO box for your shinies? If it's the Pi Zero, yes, I did. I also got some coffee too, which I was going to make before the stream, but then I forgot. Any difference between the Polymaker ABS with the clear spool and the one with the particulate board? They probably have both because it's just different production. I believe they were using probably plastic spools for a while, and then they switched to the cardboard spools, but they haven't, like, it's not like they're going to throw out what they have. They probably throw it all in a pile and just grab from whatever. So it's probably just old inventory. If you had to pick a color scheme for a Voron 2.4, red and purple or red and yellow? What color frame, Ella Fox? Depends what color frame you're going with. Saying not okay to send to the PO box? Don't send anything that might be perishable. Unless it's like something that will last a while. Somebody sent me honey a while ago. That was really cool. But like, I live in Canada. It gets stupid cold in the winter. It gets stupid hot in the summer. And with customs, it could be sitting for a week or more. So don't send, like, you know, fresh baked cookies or anything. And don't send anything disgusting or spiders or anything like that. Don't send anything that, like, if you send me something bad, I'll yell at you on stream. Red frame, purple and yellow parts. Yeah, maybe. Red and yellow. Yeah, I'm thinking red and yellow. Red frame. Yeah, red and yellow. Red and yellow with, like, silver accents, maybe? That's Iron Man-y, though. Everyone does. Here's the thing, okay? If you do an Iron Man theme build or a green frame with purple parts or purple parts with green frame Joker build, or, like, they're just so common. They look cool, don't get me wrong. An Iron Man build is always cool. Not original. Have fun. McDonald's builds. Ooh. Somebody did a Noctua build a while ago. I think it was a 2.2. Somebody did a Noctua build. That was really cool. Have fun though. Like personally, I think these colors came out really good. A white with the blues. I did the LDO V2 is a space gray frame. Camera fell. It's got cherry red mains with silver accents, like a lighter silver accent, light gray accent. The Trident is literally Big Papa Joey P because it's all done in Prusament ASA in Prusament orange with natural accents. The Micron is bubblegum. Do all that. Oh, great. It's all greasy. The Micron we just built is basically bubblegum. Looks like a Porygon. So. The V-Minion we built is Minion. The switch wire is like Gulf Livery, like blue and orange, although it's not quite the right blue and orange, but close enough. I really like British Racing Green. It's a great color. Oh yeah, the Prusa Mini is bubblegum. The Micron is this. The V Minion, I've got 3 printers that begin with M, and they're all small printers. The Barbie printer. Fisher Price, my first 3D printer. British Racing Green with sparkly silver accents. Ooh, an SNES. Ooh. So, the problem is the frame. The problem is, if you wanted to do like an old school, like, so the SNES, the problem is that's not that dark. Like, there's only the space gray frame. You can get a silver frame. If you do the silver frame with like a slightly darker main, like a slightly darker silver, like this is the cloud gray, Sparta 3D. This stuff here, yeah. So if you were to do a silver frame with mains and like that sort of gray, with then purple accents, that would be actually. That would. Or you could use like a faded, you can use a bone white and use it like a Nintendo that's been sitting out in the sun for like 20 years. Silver frame, gray, and natural ABS. Yeah, you could do that. RoboCop. I'm just saying, for the longest time, every Voron that was built was like black parts with like red accents. Like it was all cookie cutter. And now with all these different colored frames and whatnot, have fun with your colors. Go nuts. Don't just do what everyone else does. Have some fun with it. If like even this one, like that one, even some of my main parts are accent colors and some of my accent colors are main colors. Like, don't be afraid to switch things up. Like the skirts on that are not standard. Like I changed up the skirt coloring. V0 GameCube. GameCube colors would be good. So that'd be like purples and grays, right? You can still paint your frame. You gotta be careful with that though. If you want to paint your frame, because stuff fits in the extrusions, like this is a powder coated frame, and we found out the extrusions are a little snug with some of the parts that fit into them. So while you can do that, you gotta be careful. Mix and match. Yeah. That is always a possibility. Like, I'm just saying, have fun with your colors. Don't just do the same thing over and over and over again. Have fun with your colors. Xbox colors. Oh, that's just black and green. Or I don't even know what color are Xboxes now. Black and green? This is black? I don't know. Oh yeah, this is a curly print. I've done 2 of these already at standard size, and they are they're not exactly a friendly print. Oh, there. I do have a spool holder. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Spool holder. What would be the most ugly color scheme one could do? I don't know, because you could... There's a website. I don't know what the website is that you can actually play around with colors, so... Oh yeah, there's a massive curl on. But you have to remember, like, you're like, oh my god, that's a massive curl, the print is ruined. Here's a DigiKey scale for reference. Okay? This ain't a big print, guys. Like, it's itty bitty. I pinch it. Oh, that was a big one. I missed it. Monkey Butler Labs gifted 10 community memberships. Cheers. I don't have an AVE ruler. I do have an LDO one somewhere. LTT. I don't have the LTT banana. Have I seen the new Kids? I never really watched Kids in the Hall, so no, I have not. Yeah, see, I gotta fix it so that when somebody gifts community memberships, it just does the gifted membership right here, and then it doesn't play all the new members. Or at least mutes it or plays them smaller. E3D is releasing something new in 23 hours? Are they? That's a BQH2. I think that's BQH2 Revo. No, it's not the BQH2 Revo. Unless it's the other way around. I don't know. Probably an extruder of some sort. They've been pairing. They've been. Yeah, I seen the Twitter post where they got a teaser image. This one. Guess meme additive manufacturing. Love Island. What is Love Island? Oh, actually, be very careful when you click something called Love Island on Twitter. You never know what's going to show up. Okay. Oh. Here's the thing. E3D is very wanting to pair up with people for putting Revos on stuff. So for maybe it's a BMG with a Revo. I don't know. I don't think it's the Humera S. UK reality show. Okay, that makes sense. The E3D team is in England. London, England. Although I think they're actually in Birmingham. Yeah, I see the BQ. I seen the BQH2. It's not in my video, but they had it there at the booth when I was at Rapid. That's where I first heard of it, or seen it at least. I don't think it's the Humera Revo. Slice X Pantheon. Yeah, I know Slice is working with Pantheon. Makes sense for their machine. Actually, looking at that might just be the Humera. Yeah, that just might be the Humera. Yeah, because you got the gear there, then you got a flat bit, and then you got there. So you got the gear there, you got a flat bit, then you got the striation, and then you got this is silver, that's silver. So yeah, yeah, and then it's concave there. Yeah, this just might be a Humera S, the new the Humera XS. Yeah, I think that's just a Humera XS. You don't see any pictures of the other side. They just show the side, yeah. Yeah. So you got the, go away. Anyways, yeah, you got the, yeah, that just might be a Humera XS. Yeah, what is this? Wrong answers only. Yeah, they're not announcing anything new. They're just having a little fun game. Yeah, they're not announcing anything new. BQ Revo. I've already seen the BQ Revo. That doesn't look like that. The BQ Revo, the extruder gear is in a single body. It doesn't have this, like, it would be, this gear is just in a cutout in a single piece. So, E3D also bought Zodiac. I've seen that. Is getting a stainless steel fastener kit upgrading over the normal black screws, is it worth it? No. Do you live in seaside Florida with like 90% humidity and like the air is saltier than like a gaming subreddit? If not, don't bother. That's kind of my personal opinion. So as far as I'm aware, if you read their press release for buying out Zodiac, they bought the assets. Zodiac no longer exists. They just went mine, and now Zodiac is E3D. So, ooh, which model is that? I want to print that. If anyone knows where this model's at, can you link me it in the Discord? I want to print that. Yeah, E3D bought out Zodiac. Yep. So I don't know if they bought him out for their production, because I know they were doing Zodiac was doing some funky stuff with hardened nozzles. So I don't know if they bought him out for the IP, or if they bought him out for the actual manufacturing process, like tooling or connections or whatever. Because a lot of times, like you'll see a company will buy out a company sometimes and not even like touch the company. They just bought them for their IP, their licenses, and their connection. And then the company itself is just, okay, now sell the building. It's empty. We don't need it anymore. They bought the company for the intellectual property, not the actual company itself. I've seen that happen quite a few times, at least in my industry. Or my previous industry. Right now, I'm just YouTuber. Hey, Weekend Warrior. Yeah, Stratasys. That's a lot. Once you get to a certain level, eventually it's not what you make that's worth anything to other companies. It's what you know or what you are legally allowed to do because you own patents and whatnot and trademarks. So, Tower of Cascades by, okay, let me, yeah, Stratasys likes to do it, and so does a lot of other companies. Okay. There it is, okay. That will probably be my next bamboo print. That they bought out. No, Obsidian's been being worked on since well before this buyout, so. I have no idea what you said there, Crow. Let me Google Translate what you said. We welcome you to your live chat. Remember to pay attention to your privacy and comply with community guidelines. Why would you say that, Crow? Okay. They bought them for production, not tech. Ooh, that could be another thing too. Increased capability, because I know that was what's been basically holding some things up with them, is production capability. It's a bot? Okay. Well, if they say anything else, they're funky, ban them. How do I feel about companies going closed source? Here's the thing. If somebody develops something on their own, or a company develops something on their own, do you have any right to force them to open source their designs or what they've developed? No. Now, if you develop something like a slicer, like the Bamboo Lab slicer has slicer code, it's like 3R and Prusa slicer code. Apparently it's pretty based on Prusa slicer, at least the slicing. The slicing aspect of Bamboo Lab is apparently pretty based on Prusa slicer. Although, I will say this, Unlike Prusa Slicer, they have tree supports. That is an option, tree supports. So they've at least changed a few things. But if you develop something based on an open source thing, then yes, you're supposed to open source it. However, you can't be forced to. And I'm of the opinion, people that think that everything, I don't think the whole, if it's for 3D printing, it needs to be open source is a valid thing. Because you don't see that in other industries, right? Now, don't get me wrong. Again, disclosure, I'm on the Voron team. Voron's pretty heavy open source. It's all open source. So yes, I enjoy open source. However, when I see people get angry at a company for not open sourcing things that they've developed themselves, I think that's a bad take. Because you're essentially saying you have to do things the way I want you to do things. And I don't like that. I don't like that. So you can force them. Well, that's the thing. If they're doing something that has a license attached to it, so if they're taking Prusa Slicer and developing based off that, then yes, they have to release that. But like the firmware on this machine is closed source. And I've seen people saying they have to release that. It's 3D printing. They have to support the community. And I'm like, now you're dictating to others how you want them to behave. And I'm like, no. It'd be nice. Don't get me wrong. It would be nice if everything was open source. The world doesn't work that way. And to force people to behave and do things that you want them to do, that's kind of tiptoeing into a direction a lot of people don't like. So. Well, I'm saying licenses. I'm seeing people are saying depending on the license. Yes, if there is a license involved. However, if somebody develops something from scratch, like in the Bamboo Lab, they developed their firmware from scratch. Apparently, they couldn't have done that. Clipper is developed by one guy in his free time. And these have like ex-DJI people and like 100 employees. Yes. 3D printer firmware isn't that complicated, let's be honest. It's XYZ movements. G-code. Machines have been doing it for decades now. So anyways, I've seen people like straight up angry and refusing to buy this machine, which, personal opinion, whatever. Refusing to buy this because the firmware is closed source. Okay. But you can't demand that they open source their firmware. You cannot demand a company do things because you want them to do it. You cannot demand that. You can say, personally I don't support it. I will not buy it. But you can't go, they have to do it. You can't do that. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Simple as that. This is being released on Kickstarter. I personally do not support Kickstarter in this use case. Okay? This is in a large company with they post pictures of the production line on their Facebook or their Twitter. They have the capability to make these. I'm of the opinion they should not be using Kickstarter. They're using Kickstarter because it basically costs them nothing, and it's a whole bunch of open, free publicity for them. Why would you not use Kickstarter? If you're a company launching something and you can put it on Kickstarter and get a whole bunch of basically views, pre-orders, and it costs you nothing, it costs you a small fraction of percent of the sales to Kickstarter, why would you not do it? It's cheaper than, buying Facebook ads, and it's more effective. Why would you not use Kickstarter? Makes no sense. But personally, I'm not a fan of Kickstarter, so I will not purchase a printer like this ever on Kickstarter. If you want to wait till it goes retail available in a couple months, do it. Then buy it then. That's what I would personally do. I don't like Kickstarter in that regard. But yeah, a lot of people got a sense of entitlement when it comes to open source. It's open source. It has to be mine. It's 3D printing. It has to be open source. I have to be able to do whatever I want to do with it. I don't know. Kickstarter as a pre-order is very common. Yeah, because if you are a company and you have the ability to release a printer on Kickstarter where you guarantee you're going to get millions of pre-orders, you're going to get basically no liability if something goes to shit, and it's a ton of very cheap publicity, why would you not? Why would you not? It's because obviously, for as much as the 3D printer Twitter wants to rail against Kickstarters, they've raised $7.6 million Canadian with 4,700 backers. It works. They're going to keep doing it because it works. You can disagree with it all you want, but if they see results like that, if I'm a company doing, hey, I developed a 3D printer, I want to release it, holy shit, These people have raised this much money. Anchor has raised this much money. Of course I'm going to use Kickstarter. Why would I not? Because it works. Alan, 10, cheers. Thanks for a lot of questions you. I've learned a lot from you. Question from the Bamboo. What is the diameter of the CF smooth rods? They are 8 mil. 8 mil rods on the X and Y. And so far they're holding up fine. I've done like the whole make sure they're not, you know, getting all dusty. No, they're fine. I haven't noticed any degradation or whatever. Like, I know the whole rep wrap thing, and a lot of people are like, oh, rep wrap, open source, whatever. But 3D printing was closed source before it became open source. Rep wrap only started when patents expired. So now we're like, oh yeah, we can do open source now. But the roots of 3D printing are closed source, Stratasys in the, what, 80s or whatever? Like, that's how it was. I'm sure there was probably was open source even common back before the 80s? I don't even know. I'm not a lawyer. I haven't dove into the history of it. But yeah, basically, at the end of the day, if something is developed based on open source technology, then yes, it should continue to be based on it should continue to be open source. Release your source code, blah 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 blah. If you develop something new, the community has no rights to demand that you release it open source, regardless of what tech industry it's in. It would be nice if it was all open source, but you have no right to demand that somebody develop something on their own, release it. Like if I were to develop my own 3D printer design, and I said, okay, I'm releasing it. Here's the STLs. Well, give me this. Give me the CAD. No, I don't want to. You have no right to demand that I give you the CAD. I can give you the STLs if I want, as long as I put it out on whatever license I want to. But it is what it is. Hobbyist computers back in the 70s and 80s. Yeah. Nobody complained. Like, you got the loud Linux people, yeah, but like, let's be honest, the vast majority of computers on Earth run Windows. That's closed source. When was the last time somebody open sourced some hardware in a computer that is actually usable and practical by more than like one person? 3D Systems released the STL spec in 87, so yeah, it's a year older than me. SLA was patented in 82, yeah. 3D printing's been around for a while, and it was closed source way longer than it's been open source, but yeah. Win 11 sucks. I don't know. I'm still on Win 10. But yeah, I don't know. That was my little rant and tangent. I'm sure some people are not happy with it, but it is, you know, it's my opinion. We're all allowed to have our own personal opinions. Don't take offense if somebody doesn't have the same opinion as yours. If everyone had the same opinion, the world would be a really boring place. So, if you disagree with somebody on something, that's fine. You can agree with other things. Most well, okay, if you want to be technical, yeah, Android's Linux, and most phones are talking computer. Computers. Looks like there is a new Bondtech LGX Pro with metal gears. Oozbot just posted it. Ooh, where? Does ASA shrink like ABS? Depends on the brand and the formulation. There is so many different types of ASA and ABS filaments from different resins. It's not a across the board yes/no answer. But usually, yes. But thank you for the 6, Gary. Framework probably fairly close to open source. The framework laptop looks really cool. I don't use laptops. I have a ThinkPad that I use occasionally that somebody gave me. Thank you, Ben. But I don't go anywhere. I have a desktop. Yeah, somebody's, what is it, LGX Pro? Let me take a look. I can't find it, oh well. Somebody has a link to that LGX Pro. Can you DM me it on Discord? No, dang it, everyone has to think like me, act like me, behave like me. Honestly, like, I think some people get too riled up. Like, there are people that I follow on Twitter and whatnot that I don't agree with everything they say, but you could still like their other content. Like, there are YouTubers who I like that, you know, oh, they've said something I really didn't agree with, but, you know, I find them funny, so I still watch them. It's not all black and white. Yeah, the warranty with the frame book. I seen that they you had an issue and they just sent you a new screen and you just put it in yourself. I know Louis Rossman was saying something where like somebody came into his shop. I can't remember if it was I think it was a Facebook or no YouTube. He doesn't have a Twitter. It's on YouTube. Somebody came into one of his shops with a Framebook laptop, and he emailed Framebook and they're like, okay, it's under NDA, but here's the schematics for it. Just don't give them out. Have fun fixing it. And he's like, oh, okay. So he's like, okay, I'll follow the NDA because you asked me too nicely. Okay. I'm like, that's how it should be. Do you have a suggested resin 3D printer? They're all the same. Get a Cheeto box-based one. They're the most idiot-proof, I think. Anycubics, I think. I personally have an Anycubic Photon 2K and a Nova 3D Whale. I have videos on both of them. The Whale's a little nichey. It works just fine. I don't know if I have any prints from it around right now. I kind of cleaned up a bunch of them a while ago. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where my Ronnie go. But I think the Anycubics are like the goat, or is it? Don't buy the Photon S. I have the Photon S. What's wrong with it? Or is it the Elegoo? It's the Elegoo. I think are the the go-tos. I don't know. The thing is that a lot of them are just. Most of the common resin machines are all the same. They're just the same controller, same screen, same body, just in a different shell. So, yeah, Elegoo Mars. I think the Marses are like the go-to entry-level one. I think. So, I don't know. I have a Photon Mono 2K, and the Whale 2 from Nova 3D, and they both work just fine. Honestly, it's the software that's the shitty thing I don't like about. The software and the slicers is what I don't like about resin, because it's all locked down and whatnot, but it is what it is. Apparently, you can't open source firmware on a resin. You can't have firmware that goes, show picture, move up Z, move down Z, show picture, repeat. Apparently, nobody has open source firmware that's common. It's all Cheeto box. The Z cinematics of the X1, the Z schematics? Well, the machine's printing right now, so I can't. If you go back and watch the stream where I unboxed it, I flipped it over. But basically, you got 3 Z lead screws, and each lead screw, this camera's focused. You have 3 Z lead screws, and you got yeah, and each one has a rod by it, I believe. Yeah, I think there's a rod by all of them. I can't remember if the back has. Is there a rod back there? Yeah. So you got 3 Z lead screws. Each one has a rod next to an 8mm rod. But it's only one motor, and they're all belted together. So it doesn't have the tri-gantry level or tri-bed leveling. It doesn't matter. It works fine enough. It just does a bed mesh. It's fine. So. Do you recommend any flexible print plates? Spring steel flex plates. I use a lot of Fabrico plates. They work great. How well is Prusa Slicer? I've never used Prusa Slicer for resin because I don't have a Prusa resin machine. It'd be nice, but that'd be way overkill for me. What's the nicest holder for LED strips on a V01? I don't know. I printed a random one out of the mod folder and it worked. Do I adjust, did you adjust the flow on the print in real time or are you just letting it finish? I'm just letting it finish. Why 3 lead screw? Because it's still super stable. Because if you only use 2, the bed can rock back and forth. If you have 3, the bed really can't rock. It's a 250 bed. Like, even, yeah, sure, the 3-point bed leveling is super cool. But if it's all trammed together, like, if all 3 lead screws always move the exact same amount and it starts off trammed, it never comes untrammed. So then why do you need 3-point bed leveling? 3-point bed leveling in the quad gantry level works when you need to adjust. But if it's all squared up to begin with, and it's all tied together and never moves, what is there to adjust? The XL doesn't even do anything. The XL just has 2, and it's a 360 bed. And you got dual Z, and they're tied together with a single driver. If it works, it works. I have not tested the OSEQ build plate yet. I have not, because I haven't printed on, I'll test it with the Prusa Mini, but I have not tested it yet. Your print is gonna suck. It looks pretty good to me. It's a torture test of super stupid fine detail. Like, again, scale for scale. Let's see. Does the X1 have 3 drivers for the bed? Or 1 driver. It's 1 motor. It's 1 single Z motor, and it's all belted together. Thoughts about Grim on the F69 fan barrier, one of the avian motor gantry? What do you mean Grim? Are you talking about grime? Like, is it leaking like the lube in it? If it's oozing out to the point where the bearings might fail from lack of lubrication, you may want to look at swapping that potentially. What is the blue and gold filament? Polyalchemy elixir. Thoughts about, or no, did you try any other? I did. Black PEI works just fine. Right now I'm running the stock bed though. I don't think I read the lines above, Ryan. Oh. Oh, if your bed is rocking, your prints are gonna suck. Okay, yeah, I didn't misread that. I know, I try to follow chat as much as I can, but obviously, you know, we've got, how many people are here? 446, oh geez. Everyone say hi. The chat's too slow and there's over 400. Everyone, right now, just say hi in chat. You know, it's like in church, you gotta go, peace be with you. Everyone say hi to everyone else. You're all being too quiet. You need to say hi to each other. Yes, kiddies. That's right. Help out my engagement metrics. You know you want to. See how easy it is to get engagement? You just gotta tell everyone to be nice and say hello to everyone. Now everyone go like that smash button. That was a little... Come on, dude. Oh, did we get a sex spot? Oh, no, we haven't any sex spots yet. What the heck's going on? So what time is it? 4:14? I think we're going to end the stream in 15 minutes. Yeah, we're going to end the stream in 15 minutes just because I got to get ready and go pick up the little guy at daycare. So yeah, 15 minutes. We're going to do the draw for the filament at 4:30. So if you haven't had your chance to enter for a spool of Poly Maker filament, link in the description, go enter. It's open worldwide. You get to pick your spool too. Oh, that's why we don't have 420 likes. If the sex spots show up once we hit 420 likes. So, grime, it's not ooze, but it's kind of like the belt rubbed and left crap on the smooth surface. If it's just like a little, little lines that are kind of like the teeth marks, you should be okay, honestly. If it, wipe it off, and if it's built up to the point where it's interfering and causing, wear, you think your belts are actually wearing out, that might be an issue. But if it's just, you know, my bearings, you know, on this machine are a little old as well. And the belts are a little dusty, but they're still working. Which of my printer builds am I most proud of? I love all my children equally. But some more equal than others. I like this machine the most. This is, you know, this is my oldest son right here. Okay? But I'm really happy on how the LDO V2 came out. and I'm really happy on how this one came out in terms of like the overall appearance and performance of the machine. Although the LDO V0, the gold one, Yukon, that one I still kind of like because that was the one-day build. I like them all for different reasons. I'm taking this one to Murph. The reason this is going to Murph is this is the smallest printer I have that has a Revo in it. Because E3D asked for a printer for their booth that has a Revo, just to show it off, because they're flying from England, and it's easier for me to just drive over. So this is going to be at their booth, and since I'm driving with somebody else, and I think they're bringing a printer too, I don't want to fill up my little Focus with printers. So this is small and easy. Less likely to break, because, like, you know, I could just, you know, move it around and it's going to be fine. Yeah, the LDO V01 kit is great, Scott. He says the Ender 3 V2 sits locked in the basement. Hide your shame. It's not locked in my basement. I ripped it to shreds and it's in a cardboard box in the spare bedroom. Let's be honest about where it is. Is that a 2.4 mini? It's a Micron, which this is what happens when you build one of these with the parts from a V0, which I got two under there. Yeah, this is a 250. This is a 300. This is a 350 by 250. So 350 by 350 by 250 on the Z. This is a H1 carbon, which this has the same amount of build volume as this, roughly. Actually, this has a bit more Z. This one only has, because it's using old upper Z idlers, because I can't go to the newest revision because my belts are too short and I'm too lazy to make new Z belts. I only got like 220 of Z on this one. This one's 250 cubed, roughly. But it's a lot easier to get, like, a lot of people are like, how are Voron going to compare with, you know, the carbon, right? The Bamboo Lab. How are, you know, the people that design these things going to compare to this? And it's like, it's a completely different market. This is a commercial machine built by, you know, a company with dozens of employees, with manufacturing, tooling, and, you know, the ability to scale things up for mass production. This is commercial parts off the shelf that some people in their basement designed for fun. Different goals. What do I think of the upside down positron? It's a neat little gimmick that it fits in a printer box, but how often are you bringing a printer with you that you need to fold it down to a printer box and then, like, set it back up? Like, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a really cool design, but I think it's more trade show piece than actual practical printer. Replacement parts? I don't know. Like, I have an extra hot end for it. So, like, it comes with an extra, that's a bag of screws for some reason. It comes with extra cutters, because it uses cutters when it swaps filament. An extra clip, and an extra hot end. I haven't swapped out anything. And the goal is I'm going to run it completely stock as long as I can and see what happens. Basically, I'm trying to always have something printing on here lately. Hot end's around $35. Yeah, and the heatsink is part of the hot end. It's all one unit, which means you don't have to worry about ooze like a Revo, so that's good. Yeah, like, it's a DIY printer. This is a person who wants to walk into the Ford dealership and buy a Mustang. This is, you know, buddy who wants to build an AC Cobra kit. Like, different strokes for different folks. They're completely different machines. Love the camera setup. Thank you. I think, yeah, we've had this camera setup a while, where we got, like, the main cam, got the overhead camera, mobile cam, and then we got the desktop cam. think we've had this set up for a bit. I haven't tweaked too much. I finally got the colors working on the main camera, so. Yeah, the VZ bot is going to be a bit out kit, just because it's going to be like, I'm going all in on it. It's going to be like a proper one. So. Mine is the clapped out Civic that barely works. Ender 3 with like all the add-ons is a clapped out Civic with a fart can. Oh yeah, the colors are so much better now. The colors are so much better now. Like the only benchy hat is actually blue instead of teal. The LSD hot end. The long schlong dong hot end. Here's the thing. I don't print fast. So all these, like, somebody recommended a video, I think it was Mirage C did it, comparing all these high flow hot ends. I'm like, I don't print fast. Like when you see my Vorons printing, that's as fast as I print. And they have Revos and they're handling it just fine. So I don't print fast. So it's like, how are all these super, you know, niche high flow hot ends? I don't know. I don't print fast enough to take advantage of them. And let's be honest, the vast majority of people don't either. But it is cool to have the capability for those that do want to go crazy balls to the wall. But even this one, this is a high flow hot end, but like, here's your melt zone. Like, so even as fast as the bamboo is printing, there it is right there. Which, by the way, if you're actually curious, I'll pull it up right here. The other plan I was going to do today, but we didn't end up doing it. I was going to try seeing how fast a Voron can print these speeds. But here's the speeds and feeds for PLA on a Bamboo Lab on the default PLA profile, which gets you a print that looks like this. So if this is the Chelsea Ursula, which she just put out the other day. So this was a 4 hour and 25 minute print. Okay. Focus. There you go. So look at the hair. Detail. So that's a 4 hour and 25 minute print or something like that. And it was printed at first layer 50 millimeters a second, 120 millimeters on the infill. Outer walls afterwards 200 millimeters a second, inner walls 300 millimeters a second, sparse infill 270, internal infill 250, top surface 200 at 10K XL. I don't know if you can see it behind chat. It's 10K XL. Travels 480 millimeters a second. So those are fast speeds, but the Hevort guys, the Voron folks, people have been printing at these speeds for a while now on fast custom Core XYs. They're fast speeds, but they're not outrageous speeds. They're not like, oh my god, speeds. They're you know, go watch a video of a Hevort or the VZ235 all-wheel drive printing. Those machines easily hit these speeds. So even this guy was hitting roughly those speeds the other day with a Revo. We had to cap it because it's a Revo. But I mean, like, at the end of the day, this is a Core XY machine with NEMA 17s. This is a Core XY machine with NEMA 17s. This is a Core XY machine with NEMA 17s. This is a Core XY. This is a Core XY with NEMA 14s. But remember, the fastest speed benching for a while was just a tricked out V0 with NEMA 14s. So yeah, the thing is, this is a commercial off-the-shelf offering, not some custom DIY machine that you have to tweak and tune and self-source. So the plan for the VZ bot is it is going to be my fast, dumb speed demon machine, and I probably will put it on the ground. So how do I feel about it? I don't know. I'll let you know when I build one. Here's the thing. I'm very critical about giving like my direct opinion on stuff until I've actually used it, or I know somebody I trust that I can reference. So Like, personally, I think the all-wheel drive is a little overkill, but, you know, it's be fun, something fun to play with. $15K Excel, I can't push anymore, but I need better feet. So what you do is you call a concrete guy, you pour a 12-inch thick reinforced pad, and then you lag bolt the printer to the ground. And then you don't got to worry about it anymore. So we're going to be doing the draw in 4 minutes. If you have not entered for your chance to win a spool filament from Polymaker, check the link in the description. While you're down there in the description, make sure you like the smash button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, consider becoming subscribed to the channel. I know the YouTube notifications suck, but if you're subscribed, you might have a better chance of being notified. Ringing the bell might help too. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that anymore. Apparently it doesn't work anymore. Whatever, ring the bell, sure, whatever, do it. Or not, I don't care, whatever. If you want to help support the channel, content I create, things I do, there's links in the description, affiliate links, they don't cost anything extra. But it does help the channel because I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create, without your continued support. You're awesome. That's right. You, Alex, you are awesome. What am I printing? We're doing a little torture test. So, recap from the beginning. I will be at Murph next week. This machine will be at Murph. We're loading it up with a bunch of test prints. This is one of the test prints. So I'm going to go through and print a bunch of test prints, have them all saved on this machine, so when it goes to Murph, you just select and print, basically. Sanity is your real name, actually, Alex. That was just a random name I picked. I'm allergic to bananas. That sucks. How good is the Micron? Pretty good. I don't have one in here. It's the mini stealth burner. Prints flexible is pretty good. This printer, I have all the panels. I could panel this up, but because it's going to Murph and I want people to actually get a better look at it, I don't think I'm going to panel it up. I think I'm just going to leave it open air so people can fiddle with it. They break it, they break it. It's a 3D printer. I could just print new parts. Although if you break my printer at Murph, don't. What microphone? This is a Rode Wireless Go. So it's a Rode Wireless Go. Sure, I know how to fix it. I built it originally, so I should know how to fix it. That's a paddling. Does it still? Yeah. See, the mini stealth burner still uses the 30 millimeters for the part cooling are the same, although it uses a full size for the fan front now. So this is actually an E3D, whatever E3D 30 millimeter spec fan is. For the front. It doesn't have to use the really thin one anymore. At least with a Revo it doesn't. I don't know what the other ones. Okay, we got 1 minute. 1 minute for the draw. So again, a little housekeeping before we do the draw, because I'm probably going to leave right after I say goodbye. I'm gonna sneeze. Am I gonna sneeze? I did have to sneeze. So you have until I'm done here, and then we're doing the draw. Tomorrow, Saturday, we're gonna finish up the Micron, or correction, the Mini, the Not a Prusa Mini. We're gonna swap the bed out to one that's actually proper and not screwed up, and we're gonna see if we can get the extruder working, because it's not working, and we need to fix that. So that will be tomorrow's live stream, and then we'll print with it. And then Tuesday will be the only live stream next week. Will be Tuesday. It's just gonna be getting ready for Murph. We're gonna be talking about Murph, trying to figure out some plans and whatnot, making sure all my shit's good. It's just gonna be a hangout stream before Murph. I don't want to go into anything. I don't want to start a project or anything. But, chicken butt. If you are a member of the channel or a Patreon supporter, next week will also be the members only live stream. We do a members only live stream every month. Usually it's the second last week of the month. So if you are a member of the channel or Patreon supporter, or if you become one before then, either Wednesday or Tuesday, I don't know if it'll be Wednesday or Thursday, either Wednesday or Thursday, I don't know which one, there will be a members only live stream mid-afternoon to evening some point. I got to figure out the timings and whatnot, but yeah. Slap an M4 on the Mini. I will be. The Mini is literally going to do one print stock, and then it's getting ripped apart and we're modding it. That's why it's not a Prusa Mini, because we're going to mod it. Murph. Yeah, oh, for those who don't know what Murph is, Midwest Rep Fest. Alec Richter, nice shirt. Yes, thank you. Didn't ask. Okay, let's see here. So how many people have entered? We have approximately 676 entrants. And that was an in-joke if you understood that. Okay, let's see. And closed. All right, give me my spreadsheet. There we go. Okay. So again, how it works, if you win the draw for the filament, you will get an email from me. After the stream ends, it will have a form you fill out, and then you get the filament. I think it's like I've seen people get it in like 2 days, and I've seen people get about 3 weeks. It depends where you live in the world. 676 people, jeez. That is a lot. That is a lot. So how many views we got? We got 476 current viewers, 438 likes. I need a number between 4 and 8. Somebody give me a number between 4 and 8. Not you, Billy. You answered too quick. I know there's a delay. You cheated. Seven. You know, it's the same number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Spin the wheel. Let's go. Round and round it goes. Where it stops. Oop. Wrong button. Shoot, sorry. Had the wrong screen on. Delta! Congratulations, Delta. Let me get your information here. There we go. Notepad. Copy that down. Oop, nope. No, I don't want everyone's information. I just want Delta's information. Copy. Paste. There we go. So Delta, you will get an email from me after the stream ends. Fill out the form. You get some filament. Everyone likes printer food. For those that didn't win, you might win tomorrow. You might not, but you might. You never know. I don't know. So I think that's about it. I gotta go pick up the little guy from daycare and then figure out dinner. Thirsty. Shop LTT store. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the stream tonight. This afternoon. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Again, Friday streams are just hangout streams. We just kind of do some stuff. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe, ring the bell. If you want to help support the channel, content I create, things I do, links in the description. Consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter. It helps out a lot, allows me to continue doing what I do. For those that donated to the channel during the stream, or became members of the channel, or gifted memberships, or supported in any other way during the stream, I think somebody bought a hat. You're all awesome. You allow me to keep doing this. For everyone else, I hope you had some fun. I hope you learned something new. It's Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. Enjoy your weekend. Cheers.